It's true. The extinction of a whole race normally does not happen when they sit at the top of the food chain. And yet still, even with undeniable proof, many don't believe. I know I used to be amongst those many. I wish I still was. But then innocence doesn't really last forever, does it? Upon realizing that they were lies, that they were still around, it was already way too late. They had already taken everything from me. My peace, my people, my happiness. And then they took me.
Ladies and gentlemen, men and gentle ladies, welcome to my channel. A place for a place for modded Minecraft builders, yes. Which, as you can see, are very unemployed and have a lot of time on their hands. Now, I've been meaning to make this video for a while now, because I wanted to show you guys through a video format which does a lot better than 4-hour-long lives what this channel is about, my first project, and what I've actually been up to. So to all those which do not have the patience to wait a whole 4 hours to watch a live and see what I've been up to, yeah, this video is for you guys specifically. I made it for you, to wrap up everything about this build in just a few minutes. Well, build. To be honest, I'm not really trying to show you the whole build today, just small progresses, bits and pieces. Also, clips from my lives where I was building. My intent is not to give a full showcase of the whole build in the very first episode. Also because that would kind of defeat the whole purpose of what I'm trying to achieve with this video. As in, the video would come out way too long and I'm trying to make it quick, easy to watch for you guys. It's also because I'm trying to make a more organized showcase of the build. So, if you like the build and you like what I'm making, I invite you to check out my lives where you can get a clean, no cuts, you know, you can see absolutely everything and see me rambling and crashing when shit doesn't work. Either way, now we're finally stepping into the territory that I've been waiting to demonstrate for a long time, which is the amount of pain that you could possibly feel emotionally and physically from having to copy by hand every single little tile because you don't know about the little blueprint. If you'd like to know, the little blueprint is something that allows you to copy designs that you've made with LittleTiles by hand, making a region selection similar to World Edit, if you will, copy it and paste it wherever you want, up to an infinite amount of objects as long as your PC can handle the rendering. And you see your boy right here is complaining because he did not do his research. Oh, no. He did not know about the little blueprint. And so I kid you not, in these lives you will see me literally copy and paste every single object by hand. So, I repeat, you will see me copy and paste and have to flip for every single side of the build the same fucking detail over and over again like an idiot. I'll leave a little showcase running here from one of my lives to show you directly how I was copying and pasting some of the designs that I showed you onto the walls that you're seeing right now. As you can see, I was doing everything manually, every single block individually, and then flipping it 3, 2, 4 times. It didn't matter how many we had to do, we did it only to place it on another wall. And I would assume you guys understand I didn't just double, triple, no, I quadrupled my workload, especially with all the details that you can see. All of these things were made from scratch and then copied and pasted every single surface of every block. You can imagine that I literally made my life harder for absolutely no reason. When I found out, it was like, Eureka, oh my god, I discovered hot water. But I know you guys want to see action, so I'm just going to let this clip speak for itself and show you how I made these windows, which were one of the hardest objects that I made in the main hall. I started out by carving the window frame into the wall and placing redstone blocks to have a surface to work on, and also something that I could use to calculate the size of the windows so I could make it symmetrical. As you can see now, and you will see throughout my lives and videos, there are a lot of details in my builds that I will create and then reuse again and again wherever they fit, and that's exactly what I'm doing with this window as well. I'm using the corners that I'm carving from the other frames that you saw on the walls to use them for the corners of the window itself, basically turning many of my designs into a multi-purpose type. And also, when I'm sticking to a certain thematic, I really do enjoy using the same detail again and again, or refining it to make it work in other places. Also, I enjoy carving a lot in the window frames and frames in general, as you can see, to add a little bit of depth and realistic perception to it, to make it actually feel like a frame of a window.
Now, I feel like the best idea is to move on from this and actually start talking to you live in person and explain to you how I did some stuff that I've actually done off camera. So here, boys and girls, we are going to talk about this live in person. So, the first thing that maybe some of you are wondering about are these pillars that are clearly inspired by Dark Deception, and so is this whole main hall actually, and it's very clear to, painfully clear actually, to anybody who's ever played that game. So over here, let's take a little look at this. This is how I made it. I would start with the bottom. Firstly, I made a base, okay, that I can show you right now. Redstone, okay, and we'll make it connected tiles. This is the shape of the base that I used for the build, okay? A simple cylinder. Then from the cylinder, I moved onwards, and I made it of gray or black concrete, is that? Black terracotta. And for the rest, it was very easy. As you can see, it does highlight which ones you are placing and which ones you're not. So you can see, you know, 4 space in between each of them, and I managed to create this shape that came out very interesting. There are some exceptions, like this one, which is 3, because I had to add a middle one over here, for example, since it felt really empty on that side. And then came the bane of my off-camera building in terms of this main hall, which is the floor. Now, creating the circle shapes, creating these designs, creating all of these patterns, this was not a problem. This is probably one of the easiest things that I've ever done, to be honest, especially these white circles. The problem was the center. You'll be able to see what I mean if we step outside here. Yes, this build does not have an outside yet. As you can see, it's quite extended. I'm not going to show you everything in this video, of course, because it would ruin the purpose of what I'm trying to do. But since I made this off camera, I feel like maybe I owe it at least to my subscribers. This is how I made this area. The first thing that I did is I calculated a radius of 5 blocks. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here as well. This makes a perfectly symmetrical axis on which I could have built this central star that I made, which is compass design, basically. Okay, guys, so I recreated a 5x5 structure here just to prove to you how I did it and to make you understand that the first part was easy. It was what came after that was hard. And this is also why I didn't want to put it on camera, because I felt like it was so boring and long that many of you probably wouldn't be able to stand it. In terms of this, I made the spruce planks, and you know, if you click C, you can choose which type of way you want the chisel to go and what you want to make. But the one that is important that I used was this one, sphere, okay? Sphere is really important. We grab from that corner, we go to this corner, and we click. And boom, this is how I made the circle. I didn't stream it for a reason. It took me a whole hour and 40 minutes to create just this small design. And then let's not talk about the big one. Because see guys, if you look up there, you'll see that there's something very peculiar here. And let me explain to you what exactly it is that we have here. Do you notice this is where the circle is, right? It's different materials, but it's the same. Underneath, as you can see, there's an actual large circle shape, but made of normal blocks. Now, here's what I had to do. I had to use redstone instead of this. And even with the little tiles, okay? And I had to carve the whole surface of this platform by 1 pixel less. AKA, if you guys want a demonstration, I had to grab my little hammer and carve literally one single layer of the top. And into this layer, I had to place this one. I had to copy and paste every single corner because again, I did not know how to use the little blueprint, for fuck's sake, little blueprint, man. And then I ended up with this only after hours of having to copy paste. And after I finished copy pasting, I had to replace using a command with a little screwdriver all the redstone blocks into black glazed terracotta. Yeah, in other words, I hope you guys can actually understand why I decided not to put this in the live. This was a pain in the ass. And as for the image that you guys see here, this is just a simple mod, okay? So it's called Immersive Paintings. You all can get this mod. Of course, the frame is handmade, but you can see that. Now, the Immersive Paintings mod allows you to have this object called a graffiti. See, Immersive Paintings. And what you can do is you can place it anywhere. You can place it down, you can place it on the ceiling, you can place it on the walls, you can place it up your ass, you can do pretty much anywhere. And you can use it
to transfer images into it. For example, as you can see, I have the crest, okay, which I generated on purpose to copy into this, okay, by using Pixelwork. Oh, damn, okay. And for example, this painting as well. As you can see, it's a ChatGPT made image, which, yeah, no copyright, guys, don't worry about it. This is made by me. Guys, I think that this is it for this video. I think I've shown you guys enough around. So I would like to thank all of you for staying tuned, because honestly, this is a project that I am very, very proud of. So to my future viewers and to my friends, thank you. Thank you for being here, and also thank you for, you know, joining me on this journey. Now, there's a lot more that I can show you guys. There's a lot more, but I'm not going to do it for this video. I am sorry that this video was a little bit short and you know, I didn't get to show you much other than sneak peeks. But you know, my channel does have short videos, and it does have the lives. If you guys are really curious to see, the progress is here. I'm just not making videos on it yet. For those of you who are a little more impatient, I completely understand you. Please have a bit more patience. I will get every single video down to you guys. Don't you worry about it. All in due time. For every single video, I'm going to give you guys a recap and showcases of everything that I've done within the lives. And if you guys crave more and like what you see, remember to subscribe to the channel, leave a like and a comment, and tell me what would you like to see next time and how would you like to see it. I accept criticism. Trust me, boys, there's a lot more coming, so join the world. That being said, it's time for me to go to bed, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace out.